So far the consensus on Titanfall 2 seems to be that it's a really good game that unfortunately just isn't doing as well as it should be, primarily due to it being released in a extremely competitive period. It released about a week after Battlefield 1, shortly before Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and of course we have pretty much every game ever coming out in a period of about a month. So not only was Titanfall 2 released in the same breathing room as two extremely high profile shooters, we have the very busy and competitive Christmas period for it as well. Now so far the sequel have failed to even match the launch sales of the predecessor, despite the fact that Titanfall 1 of course came out on the PC and Xbox One and 360, and of course this time they've got a PS4 release as well. So naturally there are some concerns about the future of the franchise, and now we have some interesting comments from the Respawn boss Vince Zampella in an interview with Glixel. And the full interview is rather lengthy. They discuss a wide smorgasbord of things. I suggest you check out the link below in the description. And he said that despite EA's assurance that they're going to be sticking by the franchise, they don't yet know if a third game will happen yet or not. And he said, quote, "We don't know yet. Titanfall 2 is critically a huge success. We're really happy with all the reviews and the positive sentiment. Sales, it's too early to tell. We'd definitely like to tell more of the story and the universe. I think it's pretty safe to assume that we'll explore more of it. EA might have announced more." Now at this point someone pointed out that EA did say they are quote unquote committed to the franchise, and Zampella responded, quote, "Whatever the fuck that means." And well, to be fair, what does that mean? Does it mean they're just committed to supporting the current iteration with regular updates and maps? Or does it mean they're going to continue the franchise into another game? DLC? Literally means nothing. Now of course, many people including myself have questioned the timing of Titanfall 2's launch. As I said, it's sandwiched right between the two biggest shooters of the year, Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare, which of course was developed by Infinity Ward, the very same studio that Zampella left. And when talking about this particular rather crammed launch window, Zampella said, quote, "It definitely feels a little odd. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is from my old studio that I built, and they're repackaging my old game that I built on a brand that I built. So it's kind of like you're throwing it all against me. Okay, I can live with that." Now of course, while they are sort of managed by EA, I guess, Respawn are still independent, so any sort of release window or release date agreement has to be signed by both parties, both EA and Respawn. They didn't know the exact timing, but you know, to be honest, having out any time this month was not really going to be comfortable, to be honest. That's why I've also questioned the logic behind releasing Dishonored 2 in this month as well. So you can't always control that. It depends on when the game goes gold and red tape and blah blah blah. But you get my point. It's a very busy month as always, and releasing Titanfall 2 between two big shooters, we'll see if that comes to bite EA in the bum or not. Now I really hope that Titanfall 2 does well in the long run. It's not really been out that long, and of course we still have a while left. Things are going to start to calm down a bit. We're going to move closer to Christmas. There's not going to be every game ever coming out in the space of about a week. So, you know, we've got a ways to go before we can say one way or the other whether or not this game was a success in terms of sales. You know, as Zampella himself said, it's too soon to say. But the fact that they're not even matching the sales in Titanfall 1 is concerning, to say the least. But I really hope it does well, because it is, from what I've heard, a really good game. I will be playing it myself at some point. I've just got so much on at the moment. It's probably not going to get looked at until probably December. If it gets looked at this year, we'll have to see. But from what I've heard, it's a fantastic game all round. Improves on the original, and apparently the single player is really good as well. So fingers crossed that it does succeed in the end. But perhaps squeezing it into that period as an attempt to take down Cold in combination with Battlefield was not a good idea. We'll have to see. Regardless of all that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.